call the meeting in order with the pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of
United
the
States,
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation, under God,
indivisible,
liberty and justice for all.
justice for all. Thank you. Can we have roll call?
Okay, roll call. Chairman Anthony D'Italia.
Here.
Board member Anne Marie Fulham.
Here.
Board member Edmund B. Moore.
Here.
Board member Mark Schiffer, absent. Board member Craig Catalanoto.
Here.
All right,
Here.
Christine Scalera is not here. Oh, she is
Yep,
here.
Christine just logged in.
Hi, Christine.
Okay.
Good morning,
Morning.
Charles. Hello,
Yes.
Charles.
Yes,
How do I get everybody? I only got,
you
Cool.
have speaker view. What you need to do is go to gallery view.
gallery. I got it. I think. Yep, I got it. There we go. Thank you, Charles. Good morning, Christine. Okay.
Muted.
First order of business. We have a couple of applications. We have a couple of applications that JV Construction and Landscaping, are they here?
Jenny's on.
Jenny
Jenny is muted.
she hasn't unmuted herself.
Jenny's here.
Yes,
Hello?
yes, I'm here.
Okay, we're holding your application because Vic Hampton is your husband? Was your husband?
He's my partnership. I didn't know that he already had applied for a license
Right.
under his company. He has another company, Vic Hamptons.
But Vic Hampton, we had complaints against them. Now, is he part of your company?
Yes, it's my partnership.
Right. Well, I don't see it. The reason why we're holding this license, because am I correct, Mary Lee, that the Vic Hampton never came before us on the hearings?
No, what it was, essentially what ended up happening was the application came before the board. The board had held the application because one of the questions says is, have you ever held a license with the town of Southampton? They marked no, and the answer was yes. They lived together. We sent certified mail to their home directly when we served her husband. So they were aware that he did have a license. So that's why we had them. That's why we asked her to come before the board in regards to that, and that's why the license wasn't approved at the time.
Okay. So do you understand why we asked you to be?
Sorry.
Yes, I do understand.
Okay, now Christine, do they have to file a new application or correct the application? I can't hear you, Christine.
You can't hear?
Now I can hear you.
That's all right. So they can either amend it, they can either amend it or file a new one.
I'm sorry, I can't understand a word. I don't know if that was.
Must be something wrong with my audio.
Your
Right.
audio.
Yeah, a little bit. I would try again.
Can you hear me now?
It's all.
Christine, do you have the ability to email me your question?
Well, I think
You can chat it. You can chat it.
Let me try. Trying to chat.
I think Christine said. I think Christine. Hello.
The problem is right now the audio is breaking up for all of us.
It's just the internet connection.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't see anything.
I don't see a thing.
I think Chris said
Go to question and answer. Okay.
everybody's talking.
I'm gonna call IT.
Everybody's talking at one time.
My suggestion would be is while she's calling IT, can we do the minutes?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, let's do. What's your pleasure on the minute? Everybody read the. Everybody. Who's talking? Can we read your minutes, please? I don't know what's going on. Everybody's. Can we have the reading of your minutes?
You need to do the approval of the minutes.
Did anybody? I can't hear. Everybody's talking at one time.
I think it's an echo, Tony. I made a motion for the minutes.
Okay, Emery made a motion. We have a second?
No, second it.
Ed, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, so moved. Okay, now let's go back to Jenny.
Yes.
I think Christine saying you could either correct your application. Yes. So you have to correct your application.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Maylee. Is that okay with everybody on the board?
So Jenny, I'm just gonna have you write a letter explaining the situation. You will submit it to LRB in the building department, and I will add it to the application.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move to the next one. Rosewood.
Thank you so much.
Anthony,
Yes.
is her application pending until I get that paperwork for approval?
It's up to the board. You want to leave it pending? Yes, I think.
It's pending until it's withdrawn.
I think we have to leave it pending until we get that letter.
Thank you.
Okay. Rosewood Development. Have we heard anything from Rosewood?
They're here.
Rosewood has they been in touch with us, Marco? Has he been in touch with us, Maylee?
I can't, you know what, I honestly can't understand what you're saying.
Excuse me?
I'm having problems understanding what you're asking me.
I know. Said it's Rosewood, Porco gotten in touch with us.
No, so he was given,
He's on there now.
all right, have him unmuted, please.
Hey, Joseph,
What are the others? Tough.
I am. Hello?
Yes, I see you there now. Okay.
Okay, Rich, thank you.
Mr. Porco, we asked you to come before us because of some issues that you had with some code enforcement people. Did you understand me?
I had no problems with code enforcement. I had a problem with the building inspector.
Okay. Well, we just want to know exactly what happened there. So
Oh, what exactly happened?
if we're going to license you, we want to make sure that we're not going to be out. You're not going to be fighting with our inspectors and our code enforcement.
You want a little history about myself first?
You can
Who
tell
I am?
us. Go ahead.
Okay, I've been in this building business since I was born. Second generation builder. I can give you a million names of references. I've never had an issue with any municipality, any building inspector, any government, any law enforcement, no one at all. I had an issue with a gentleman named Tom Weber who came to my property and he threatened and harassed all my workers. I was not present. They gave me a stop work order on decks that were badly, well, I bought this house in, the house we're talking about is 220 Little Noack Path. I bought this house in December. I discovered in February that these decks were actually leaving the building. And you people have records of this in the building department, because I got Tim McCully involved to give all the information here. So anyway, the bottom line is he told me I was in violation of the law because I did not have a building COVID situation. So I researched it and I found out I fell under the jurisdiction of Order 2026, which says if a residence is unsafe, you may secure it. Obviously, he didn't do his homework because he gave me a stop work order, which I abided by, so I stopped the work. But I was replacing the roof, which was also very bad and leaky. So that was all said and done. A few months later, I continued on a front portico. I don't know if you can see this. A front portico that started to leak on the house. This is not a structural bearing part of the house.
Okay, sorry.
Again, I've been building
And right.
this high. I have an education in business and construction, structural management.
Okay, Mr. Porco, I don't see what that, my question is, I know you're giving us background. What, and I know you got mad at the building inspector, right?
I'm leading up to the incident of what happened here. This is what prompted the second occurrence.
Okay,
So what happened was he came up a few months later, again, very rude, screaming at all the workers. I was not there, threatening them, asking for ID, so forth. So they called me. I came there again, and he's telling me it's structural, I need a permit. So I said, fine, I'll get a permit. Gave me another stop work order. The very next day, he came back. I had roofers on the second part of the roof, and he's telling me I'm in violation, which I was not. He was inside my house with the COVID-19 situation when I was not there. And I got very upset about that, having children in the house. He had no right entering my house without a warrant or some kind of police escort or whatever. It had nothing to do with what I was doing on the outside of the house. So yes, I had an incident with him. And again, I've been in this building business since I could walk, and I have an excellent reputation. You can talk to people like David Kane, Sean McDermott, Mike Roussel. You can go to Village and talk to Jackie and Diane, the two inspectors there, Tim and Mike. And I've never had, or Chris rather, Marty Shea in planning. I know everybody. Everybody knows me. And I think the board should do their homework and ask some of these names I just threw out of my rapport as an individual and
Go
putting a
ahead.
sign that I'm a builder. So
Well,
yes, I
why,
got very upset, and which triggered it was the fact that he went into my house with the COVID-19 situation without permission.
okay, well, that's okay. I understand where you're coming from, but there's ways to handle that besides, arrest or.
Anthony, I'm sorry. I actually have Dennis O'Rourke who'd like to speak. If you could just give me a few minutes in
Sure.
regards to where Tom is concerned.
Sure.
Okay,
I'm gonna see if I can get him to speak.
okay,
Because we did have code enforcement go out there. Tom did speak with Dennis O'Rourke in regards to the situation. And we do have the police report from code enforcement in regarding to what transpired at this job site.
okay. Well,
Give me 2 seconds.
yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Let's hear the other side, Mr. Porco.
I'm sorry?
We heard your side, let's hear the other side.
Fine.
I guess, yeah. Put these in your, no.
Excuse me? Anne Marie, you had said something?
No, it's
No?
Malin talking to Dennis, I think. I think that's Malin talking to Dennis.
Oh,
Okay, before anybody testifies from the town, Malin needs to clarify for me whether, Dennis, hold up. Before anybody testifies for the town, I want to know, Malin, I need to speak with you first about whether or not we have violations pending. Is there anything out there already relative to code enforcement?
So this is what I have right now. I have actually Dennis here. He's the chief building inspector. All right,
Okay.
he's familiar with the situation with this property. I think if you have questions.
hold on, Bailey, hold on. Christine's trying to say something. I can't understand you.
I understand that there may be violations outstanding. Do we have this in court right now?
It's not in court.
So what, there was no notice of violation and no sign issue?
Okay. So,
No.
sir, he came in, he got the building permit. All right, he started construction on this property without the purview of a permit. He did show up at the job site. He asked the guys to leave the property as per code. We had code enforcement there who also asked them to leave the property. At which point, Mr. Porco had an altercation with Mr. Weber where we had Michael Chi there who witnessed and threatened to punch him in the face.
I didn't say the question.
And yes, I have it. The application is there. Hold on. The paperwork is there, as well as the police, Southampton Town Police were present on the property.
Okay, what, is there anything in court right now, either in the district court as a result of a criminal complaint from the police department or a violation in the town court?
They had a violation.
Who's that?
The town issued a violation against the property.
Okay. Chairman,
Building without
I need to take 5 minutes if you want to go into an executive session or just table this for 5 minutes. I need to speak with Malin separately. I can't do this through Zoom. I can't. If she's not hearing everything that I'm saying, the board can't hear me.
You know what? He's going to be there. You're in your office?
Yeah.
I'll be right there.
I can't, Christine, I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying at all. I know you want to talk to Dennis, right? Okay.
Malin's on her way upstairs to Christine's office.
Right, I could hear you clear, but Christine, we're having a problem with.
The echoing problem happens whenever Christine unmutes. So the sound issue for some reason is connected to Christine's computer.
Mm-hmm.
We did have some issues with Mr. Porco.
Hold on, please. Let's just wait, Mr. O'Rourke. Let's wait for Christine.
Yeah, Christine said she needs like 5 minutes. Do you want to go
Just give
down
me-
to the next one, Tony?
Yeah, just give me 5 minutes, Mr. O'Rourke and Mr. Porco. We're gonna move to the next issue, and we'll go for, as soon as they get back to us, we'll continue. Go ahead, Anne Marie.
The next one down is L001030.
Yes.
With, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but Brett Construction Corp. See Brett with the last initial of M on the agenda. He actually contacted me via telephone. I had him speak with Maylin. She and I did some research and discovered that the lien was satisfied. He provided the documentation yesterday, so he's clear to go. So we don't need to call him in.
Okay,
I just wanted
okay.
to,
Maylene told me that was clear.
okay.
Okay, very good. Well, now we move, as we're waiting, we have 18 new applications. What's your pleasure on them? 18 plus the spread, right? 19, is that correct, Anne Marie?
We'd have to vote to approve his, or we don't.
Let's
Those
vote to
are in the
approve him
three.
first.
Those are in the
Let's vote.
three above. We'll
Make a
vote him
motion
after
to
we have
approve.
this. You want to vote after we resolve this one here with
Well,
Rosewood? If it's in
we gotta vote on them separate anyway.
Okay,
So,
however you want to do it.
let's vote on this Brett one that you just talked about.
Right, so I'll make a motion
Motion,
to approve it.
motion, second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all opposed, so moved.
I'll
Okay,
let Malin know who
we
did
have
that.
18 new applications. A motion to approve?
I think Craig has.
Yeah, we have, you guys can hear me okay?
Yep, we could hear you.
Okay, regarding application 2000151, it's RRW General Construction Incorporated. The applicant's name is Sandeep Grover. I'm going to ask that we do not approve this application at this time. Question 9 reads, have you ever been convicted of a crime or violation other than a traffic violation? And the applicant answered yes. He did not submit any other supporting documentation or anything to clarify that. So I would like the applicant to appear at the next meeting to answer the board's questions or submit clarifying documents so the board is able to review them for decision. So I make a motion to postpone judgment pending additional review.
Okay, get a second.
Second.
I have to interject for a second. Each of us split up a group of these licenses prior to the meeting to review. Mark had a section. I think we might need to wait till Malin jumps back in to see if he had any issues with any, since he's not on screen.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, Anne Marie. Okay, where is everybody else? We'll have to wait. Unless we go to, how about renewals?
So we're going to come back to the motion?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
How about renewals?
I'll make a motion to approve them.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? So moved. Now, wait, Craig,
Yes.
that motion, we could rule on your motion to hold that one application. Yes, I'm sorry.
Are you okay with that, Annie?
We have a second on that. All in favor on that motion? Aye. All opposed? So moved. So we'll call him. I'll tell Maylene at next meeting.
I'm gonna write down what you're
Right.
testifying to because you know.
No, well, the next day he came and apologized to me.
That's fine, you could say that, but that's not, you need to testify that.
Or do you want me to turn on my iPad between you on the Zoom meeting? Would that work?
Oh, can you do it that way? All right, I'll invite you.
You ready to go? So you-
Okay, while
Wait, make a
we're
second.
waiting for them, we might as well finish up new plumbing registrations. We have one.
I gotta talk to you last night.
Make a motion.
Training session.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Motion by Anne Marie, seconded by
Second.
Ed. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Plumbing registration renewal, we have 5.
It's
Motion to accept.
Make a motion.
he had
Anne
a sit,
Marie, second.
but it was set back.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So moved. Okay, now we'll just wait for everybody to get their electronic equipment working.
To make a motion to approve the minute.
We already did that, Anne Marie.
I didn't hear it. So
All right.
Static over. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Maylene?
One of those days.
All right,
Maylene?
I'm going to send, sorry to interrupt. I'm going to be sending Dennis O'Rourke an invite to the meeting so that he can testify to what transpired so that everybody has an understanding of what transpired during that period. If I can find the
Yes.
Charles. Go to forward.
Here's, 1 second. Hang on.
Dennis, I sent you the invite. Sent you the invite. Be nice if I could speak English. All right, if someone could just bring me up the code on what I missed, I would greatly appreciate it.
Okay.
Since I walked away.
They're coming in.
RRW, right? On
Yes.
new applications, we're gonna ask them to come before the board next meeting.
Okay,
And we wanted to know if you had any information from Mark about any of the applications that he reviewed before we approve.
So Mark said he didn't have any issues when he emailed me. It would appear that everything was in place.
Okay, so then we could make a motion to approve them except for RRW. Do I have a motion to that now, Anne Marie?
Sure, I'll make a motion.
Second,
Approve 17 of the 18.
Second.
Ed, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all opposed, so move. Okay, let's go back to Mr. Porco.
Can we wait? Anthony, would you mind if you just waited till Dennis or Warwick was able to get on?
Oh, I thought he was on.
No,
Okay.
he's not. He's going to do it from his own iPad. So if we
Then
could
we'll
do, sorry.
We're
No, I
gonna
just
wait
want to
for
see-
him.
can you hear
We'll
me?
wait for him. We're waiting for Dennis to
I can hear
get
you.
on.
All right, so let's do the renewal. Let's do plumbing, and then
We
hopefully he'll
we
be
did
on.
all of those.
And I
All
took,
right, so I don't actually
I
have
know,
who
I
did the
know. I
motions.
forgot we're on TV, but I forgot we weren't on tape.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Anne
for
Marie,
the renewal,
Anne Marie made a
email you
motion.
or verbalize it now.
okay,
I took
Craig,
down who
Craig
did.
seconded it. Hello?
okay,
And we approved them all.
okay.
The registrations,
The new,
I made a motion
for which
new
one?
on the
New or
one.
renewal? Okay.
New.
So Anthony, thank you.
Ed second. All in favor? Craig made I think you did, right, Craig? Motion on renewal registration, plumbing registration.
I don't think that was my motion, was it?
Okay, I think I made that motion. I made the motion to approve it, and Anne Marie seconded it. Thank you.
Okay,
Now,
all right. Let me just see where Dennis is, sorry. We're waiting for you.
Joys of technology.
Can I say something?
Okay.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Are you aware that I'm a builder for the last 52 years?
Yes.
I've built in town of Southampton, East Hampton, and the village of Southampton for the last 10 years. Are you aware of that?
We're aware that you're a builder, yes. Yes.
Are you aware that I've built in your town many homes?
Yeah, yes, but
And
that's,
there hasn't been any issues with any of the inspectors that I mentioned?
that, as far as we know, there's the only issue that I know of. But that's not the issue that's at hand.
But what you should do
New
is
construction, our license does not cover new construction.
Yeah, well,
Our license covers home improvement. We
Charles,
know, hello?
I can't get, Charles, I can't get Dennis on.
All right.
You know what? Do me a favor, go up to Christine's office.
Okay.
Christine, can Dennis come up to your office?
Can I just do a written submission?
Or can he do a written submission?
It's up to the board's pleasure. He certainly can come up to my office.
All right.
Well, I think
You better wear a mask though.
Yeah, okay. I'll let him know he's got to wear a mask. I just want to
Christine,
know what the board wants this decision is.
I think if we could get the testimony now instead of written submission to resolve this issue, I would like
That's
to get it
fine.
done right
Sure.
now.
All right.
I
I'm
mean,
sending him upstairs. I'll send him upstairs.
All I did was mention what I mentioned because you should talk to all the inspectors in Southampton Village and in your
I need you
town.
to wear your mask upstairs to
Ask
go
them
and see
about
Christine.
my
They want a
reputation.
verbal. They don't want written.
That
You
is
can
the
just do
only
that for me,
reason
please.
I mentioned that I'm a builder. for all these years. Ask them about my behavior with them.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
That's the only reason I asked you to talk to them.
Well, let's see what Mr. O'Rourke has to say, and we'll go from there.
And Mr. Rourke wasn't at the site, though. I don't understand why. I think Mr. Tom Weber should be present because he was the one involved.
Let's give Mr. O'Rourke, he's the chief building inspector.
Unmute. All right,
Maylin, is Tom Weber around?
no, so this would have to be delayed till October if you want to have Tom's testimony. Tom wasn't requested to come before the board. We do have the paperwork from code enforcement. All the board members were sent a copy of the violation as well as the threat by Mickey T and code enforcement.
Does that accompanying documentation include an affidavit or something from one of the code enforcement officers or somebody else attesting to what happened?
Code enforcement. It's Mickey's chief. Yep.
Okay.
So
the board has that?
Yes, it was sent with the packet with his application.
Okay, so then the board would just be advised that the testimony that you're going to hear from Mr. O'Rourke is obviously not firsthand testimony. However, you do have a firsthand documentation as to what occurred, so just be advised of that.
Okay, thank you.
Where's the denial?
The only problem with all this is they don't have my testimony or my documentation of what happened that day.
You do have the ability to submit whatever documentation you would like to, and I believe that you just testified before. You can certainly answer. It's the board's pleasure as to anything that's being said today. And if you want to adjourn this at any point and you ask that, I'm sure that they would consent to do so.
I'd like to get this over with.
Okay.
I have to get back to work.
Okay.
Right.
I just advising you of what you're entitled to do. And if you waive that, that's fine.
I think that there's enough testimony that I explained to the board.
Okay.
Led up to that.
So then we'll let that stand.
To that day.
Christine?
Yes.
Christine, just
Yep.
for the record, all right, report prepared by Mickey Chi, 7/9/20 at 2:30:57. I have the case code, the event code, the report code. We have the details with the homeowner and the response to the incident located at the request of Chief Building Inspector Dennis O'Rourke to assist Building Inspector Tom Weber. Upon arrival, we noted several individuals working on the site contrary to the stop work order issued by Inspector Weber. These individuals refused to provide identification when requested. That is when code enforcement was present on the property. Let me just continue.
Okay, do each of the board, you don't have to continue reading. Do each of the board members have a copy of this? And does Mr. Porco have a copy of that?
Right.
Does Mr. Porco have a copy of it? Okay.
Yes, you should.
All right, Dennis is here.
Okay.
What's going on? What do you need to know?
Well, you had a statement you wanted to make to the board about this incident, that's all.
We originally had some issues with the Mr. Porco at the site, but the next day, Mr. Porco did come into our office, my office, and he apologized. I mean, I give him credit, but not many people come back and apologize to us for an event like such as that, and I have to give him credit for that. I'd like to see the project being done properly, and completed. But he did. It was an unfortunate situation out there, and I don't know what more to say. He apparently threatened a building inspector, which is not unusual. He did it in front of code enforcement at the time, and that's it. I mean, what else is, that's the facts. But I gotta say, he did come in and apologize the next day.
Well, Dennis, as
no one's ever done before.
As the chief building inspector, have you ever had any other problems with Mr. Porco before?
Not Mr. Porco personally, not at all.
How about
this is my first. I probably have dealings with them over the last 19 years, but none that remarkable that I can remember.
Okay, and nothing with Rosewood Construction that you can remember?
Aware of.
Okay, thank you very much. Anybody have any questions for Dennis before he leaves? No?
Dennis, I just want to say for the record, I do have permits for everything. So just to put your mind at ease, I've been working with Sean McDermott. Everything is in place. I
Oh.
totally stopped the work until I got those permits. And the only thing I was doing that day when things fell apart was the roof, which was leaking. I did obey the stop work order, just for your information. And again, I'm going to apologize again because it's not my character to get upset. Like I said, I've been doing this for 45 years. Talked to all the building inspectors. I don't want to go through their names again. Southampton Village, East Hampton, and Southampton Town. And I have 150% excellent rapport with everyone. And I'm very upset that I got upset with Tom because I happen to like Tom. In fact, Tom was running my previous job.
Okay. Okay.
Before the COVID thing, we had a great relationship.
We got Mr. Porco. We have the gist. Okay. Thank
The only
you,
thing I want to
Dennis.
see is get to see.
And I only got upset because he went in the house with the
Anybody have any
COVID-19 thing.
questions for Mr. Porco?
Okay, are we done with Mr. O'Rourke? He has to
Yes,
get down
we
to
are.
work.
Thank you, Mr. O'Rourke. I appreciate your testimony.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. Porco?
We don't have, I don't see Annie on, but I know that I'm just looking to see if Annie, she sent a
Good.
message to Charles. Can we just wait 2 seconds? She may
Where'd
have a
she go?
question. She got bumped off. She's trying to get back on.
Working on it.
You're waiting for Jenny?
No, I'm waiting for Annie, our other
Oh.
board member. So I just texted her to see if she has any questions for Mr. Porco before you make any decisions.
She's not in the waiting room yet. So.
Sorry.
Says I have 2 attendees in the waiting room, but I don't see.
Hi. Can't get on?
It says I have 2 attendees, but it's
All right, do you have, all right, hold on a second. Charles, Annie says that she can see and hear us, but we can't see her.
yeah, it says I have 2 attendees, but I have only 1 name in there.
It is, Brad. I'm just on a Zoom meeting.
All right, what is it, listener?
Hold on one second.
You want to have to, oh, I know, because then I would be giving your number out in, on air. Question for you. Do you have a, all right, do you have a question for, yeah, I can try to email him.
Mr.
Do you have any questions for Mr. Porco while I have him on? Okay. All right. We are 1, 2. I need your vote. I need you to be back on. So I'm going to leave you on the phone for the vote. All right. So
Yeah.
she doesn't have any questions for Mr. Porco.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? No? Okay. I'd like to get a motion to accept his application or not accept it. Can I get a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Craig. Second?
Second,
Second by Ed. All in favor? Aye.
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 And he says aye.
And he says aye. Okay, Mr. Porco, thank
You're
you.
welcome. It is what it is.
Again, I want to apologize to the board for my behavior that day. It was a very upsetting day for everyone. And it's not my character.
Okay.
If you look at my history, you'll find out it is not.
Well,
And again,
appreciate you coming before us.
Thank you very much for the interview and accepting my
I don't
application.
think she's on.
Yep. Thank you for coming in.
Thank
Have
you,
a
sir.
have a good day.
Have a nice day, everyone.
You too. Bye now.
Bye now.
Okay, can I get a motion? We have no other business in front of us.
All right, so let's just to recap, we are waiting for information from JVF, that is Jenny. It's pending until we can approve it. So if I get the paperwork, are we approving the application? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so pending paperwork, I'm going to need 2 motions. I need one to make the motion and one to accept.
I make the motion to
Anthony,
accept the
Just pending.
paperwork and then approve the application. Do I get
I
a
need a
second?
second. So sorry.
I'll second that.
Craig,
Thank
second.
you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
And he
So-
says all. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. It says yes, whatever. Sorry. Okay, so we have Rosewood's been approved. Brett, you have the paperwork. Do we have the, I didn't get a motion on that. Sorry.
Brett, we made a motion, yes.
Okay. All right. Annie's going to email me that information. Thank you. And then I have everything else. You can just close out.
No, you have RRW that we're holding, we wanted to.
That would, yes, that's correct.
Okay, so now I got a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Ed to adjourn, second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Second by Craig.
Aye,
Aye. So
Franny.
moved.